Welcome back to the channel. We are in the gun room again today for what is going to be the start of my 6.5Creedmoor AR-10 project rifle. And this is one that I've been kind of wanting to do for a little while. I'm not going to say it's a high-end project, but higher end than what I typically do here at the Hide. And it's been one that I've been wanting to do a little bit more because I've not done a whole lot with 6.5Creedmoor in the AR-10 platform. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to explore that caliber in this platform a little bit more. Now, all of these parts were sourced either on clearance, on sale, so on and so forth, to try to give somewhat of a budget-minded, higher-end build to this. But overall, I just want to kind of go over all the parts that I got, and we'll kind of go from there after I get it put together, and we'll get some shots down range. But to start it off, I got one of the Aero M5. This is a green anodized, and it looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Now this was a blim, and in the forging here, you can see that little mark right there, but these were only 99 bucks shipped. So pretty high value for what you're getting. But that's the lower we're gonna go with. We got M5 parts kit minus the trigger. Went with a Aero 2-stage. Now, this is a Schmid trigger, 2-stage trigger, which I've used quite a bit here at the Hide. I wanted a Geisley, but I couldn't really find anything on sale at the time. So I'll probably revisit the trigger once, maybe Black Friday or something like that rolls around. I would like to get a Geisley for this. I've never had one, and I figured if we're going to put it in one, this would probably be the project to do it. But for now, these little 2-stage triggers, they're not bad at all, and I ended up getting this on sale for 59 bucks. AR15discounts.com. Just sign up to their alerts, and you can get some pretty cool stuff for really cheap. But you want to go with one of those initially. We got a Aero 308 enhanced buffer kit, carbine buffer kit. So should be good to go with that as far as mating with our M5 lower. For the stock, going to be using one of the PRS lights. Again, sourced that from the same place. I got this on sale. I think it was 109 bucks. So pretty cheap as far as that goes. And as you would suspect, it's taking me a long while to get all these parts sourced and out here at the Hide because I've been waiting for deals. So, and then just a MOE pistol grip. So that will round out our lower on this project. Now for the upper, going with Aero M5 again, and an Atlas R1. I've never used these rails before. M-Lock rail system. So one gripe, however, that I do have, and please let me know in the comments below. I've reached out to Aero, but you can't get a hold of them. Aero, do better. I mean, we like your stuff, but you got to give a little bit of customer support. They won't even email me back. But these are both Kodiak brown. So you can see here on the receiver box, you see right there, Kodiak brown, okay, Kodiak brown, anodized. And here on the Atlas rail, Kodiak brown, anodized. All right, these were procured from the same place. Now look at this. So here's the rail, and let me pull the upper receiver out of the box. Can you guys tell the difference? That rail looks awful darker than what that receiver does. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have experienced that. And I did some research, and I even pulled the pictures off of a couple of different websites, and the anodizing is different colors, even in the pictures on the website. I never even realized that until I got these. I think this is going to look really awesome against that OD green lower. However, I do not like the fact that it's different colored. It's not much, but it's enough to notice. Aero Precision, again, we like your stuff, but I don't know what this is about, but I'd really like to know since you won't email me back. But nonetheless, this is what we're going to go with. I got a heck of a deal on these, so I'm going to run them. I am going to run them. But that's our handguard and our receiver we're going to use. I'm going to use one of the 308 high pressure bolt carrier groups. Should be good to go with that. We got a Radian Raptor SD charging handle. Shout out to our good buddy Lucas at the local gun shop for hooking us up with this. We got a Spikes gas tube, mid-length, nothing out of the ordinary there. Aero adjustable gas block, since we are kind of dealing with an oddball caliber. Just wanted to kind of err on the side of caution and get some adjustability if we need it. And the real prize here, I mean, it's not a super high-end barrel by no means, but definitely one of the nicest AR-10 barrels I've ever had the pleasure of featuring out here on the channel. But this is one of the Ballistic Advantage Premium Series 1-8 twist 416R stainless steel bead blasted 6.5 Creed barrels, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to see how this thing shoots. So went with a VG6 precision muzzle brake, Epsilon 762. Should be good to go there. And then we're going to top it off with what is now my favorite optic here on the hide, one of the tracked Toric Ultra HDs, 4.5 to 30s. So needless to say, I'm really excited about this. I've got a few different loads. I've got some match grade factory ammunition. We've got some federal. Got some Winchester white box of all things. So we're going to shoot an array of different grain weights and qualities through this initially, and just kind of see what it does. But definitely stay tuned. Let me get this thing put together, and I will meet you guys back at the hide. All right, guys, we finally made it back to the hide. The weather is finally trying to cooperate, but man, the breeze is a little bit brisk today. Thus the hoodie and the hood. But we're going to try and pull through here and see what we can do with this Aero rifle and the Ballistic Advantage barrel. So I've got 4 different loads. We're going to start off with some Sig Sauer Veneria SP. This is 129 grain. So we'll try 5 shots of this. After each 5-shot group, we'll let the barrel cool, and then we'll try the next one. All these are going to be started off at 110 yards. So stand by, let's see how it does. All right, first shot up. Oh man, we dropped that one bigger than crap. Dang it. Okay, so let's let the barrel cool down for a couple of minutes, and then we'll try 5 of the 140 grain Hornady ELD match. Okay, 5 rounds of our 140. All right, 5 rounds of our 140 grain ELD match. This stuff here is shot really well out of a lot of different rifles, so hopefully it will hold true with this one here as well. So last one here. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, I'll let it cool for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to try some of this American Gunner stuff. This is 140 grain boat tail hollow point. I've never shot this stuff before, so definitely interested to see how this stuff will do. Okay, so we got 5 rounds of our American Gunner, 140 grain boat tail hollow point. Let's see what 5 of these will do at 110. All right. I will say the rifle definitely shoots smooth. Gas system along with that adjustable gas block seems to be working really, really well. Two more. Ah, of course. It's always got to be one, don't it, guys? So we definitely dropped one on that group. Okay, let's let it cool off and we'll try our last shots. Okay, so last load of the day, we're going to try some of this 140 grain boat tail hollow point Winchester match. It's shot okay in a few different guns. I've tried it out in over the, I don't know, probably the last 5 or 6 years here at the Hyde. So cool thing about this load here is it's actually relatively inexpensive. So it's less than $30 a box. So definitely affordable in terms of match loads go, but let's see if we can get any match accuracy out of it. Or precision, I should say. Ah, man. Last one. Okay. So, let me, I tell you what, since we've got this thing up, let's go ahead and try one more group of the Hornady match. It seemed to shoot the best out of those 4 loads. Let's go ahead and try 5 more shots in the center of that target and see how these do. I'll let the barrel go ahead and cool, and we'll finish this target out with another 5 rounds of our Hornady match. Okay, so 5 more rounds of our Hornady match. We'll try that center bullseye there and see if we can replicate that first group, or maybe even do, hopefully, a little bit better. So let me go down. I'm going to get our target. We'll bring it back up and get some final thoughts. Okay, so I ran down and grabbed our target. Now, to kind of go over, kind of the philosophy of what I was looking for with this project rifle. One being is the rifle has to be reliable. That was one of my main key points that I was looking for when going into this rifle. It has to go bang whenever you pull the trigger. Now, granted, I do not have a ton of rounds through this yet. Definitely financially limited here at the hide, but for now I have got almost 100 rounds of factory ammunition through it, and it has functioned flawlessly through those. It's probably about 95 or 96 rounds total. So now, granted, I know that's not 400 or 500, but in time, that data point could change. But for now, it is holding true that I would consider this to be reliable thus far. And the second is I wanted a factory load that I could get consistent 1.5 MOA accuracy out of. That's what I wanted this rifle to shoot. I would like to be able to just throw a factory load in this and be relatively certain that if I do my part, I'm going to be able to get about 1.5 inches at 100 yards. So this is what we have so far out of just these 4 loads. Okay, this is just what I had here at the hide. But the first one up, that Sig Veneri 129 grain soft point. These 4 here weren't terrible. That's about 2 inches. But this one here, that threw it into over 3 inches. So it's out of contention. That's not even what I'm looking for as far as that goes. Now, then we move to the Hornady 140 grain ELD. This is more in line with what I was looking for. So that's 1.4. So almost 1.5 inches factory load. Now, granted, the ELD match is a little bit more pricey than what some of the other is, but the performance definitely speaks for itself. Then we moved on to this American Gunner. Not shot any of that before, but I think a 50 round box of this is like, I want to say $62. So it is a little over $1 a round, but it's as bulk as you could probably find in some sort of I'd say more of a, not really precision, but maybe more of a quality loading, if you want to go it that way. But here we had, with this one shot down here, I include everything. So that's 2.3 inches with those 4 rounds there. That's about 1.5 inches spread, maybe a little less. But that one there definitely could have been me. I do not know how to shoot, as you guys know. And then over here we had this Winchester match. I was really hoping this one was going to be the one that it shot the best, but it didn't do bad. So that's 1.8. And again, that could have most definitely been me trying to get used to the rifle and everything. I will say the mannerisms of the rifle, no issues at all. It shoots absolutely great. The impulse recoil of it is definitely manageable, and I could tune it down a little bit with that gas block, but I still have it set at the factory setting. And finally, we shot one more load of, or one more group of our 140 grain ELD here in the center, and pretty close again to 1.5. So you average both of those out, that's about 1.5 inches at 100 yards. Now, granted, I'm shooting 110 yards, so that's well in the realm of error there. So overall, I'm very happy with this. I wish it would have shot these maybe a little bit better, but again, those shots there, that could have been me. But I include everything. What's on paper is what you get. So with that being said, what are the plans for a rifle like this? Well, this is going to be kind of like my, for lack of a better term, my DMR type of rifle. But I would like to get out and maybe shoot a match or two with it. I think it's a great gun. It's a fun gun to shoot. And I know Aero's had some issues, but you know, if you can get past their customer service issues right now, which Aero, if you're watching this, just do better, because your stuff's good. Do not taint your company by whatever, you know, crap show that you guys are going through right now. You know, if you can't get stuff out to customers, just take it off your website. You know, just don't have it on there. But your stuff's good. We like it. We want it. So people wouldn't be ordering your stuff if they didn't want it. And kind of case in point here, I really like the way this rifle looks. It's definitely different with that green and then that kind of that bronze Kodiak color. And then with our track toric optic up there, it definitely fits the cool factor for sure. But that 6.5 Creedmoor round, you've definitely got the ability to reach out a little bit with that. Definitely going to try and get some footage maybe a little bit further out. Next video I want to do with this, and let me know down in the comments if this is something you guys might be interested in watching, but I want to do a practical accuracy test. Not just shooting paper, but actually on like a steel target, maybe at 200 yards or so. How many rounds can we hit out of like a box of this on like a 2 or 3 inch target? And see, you know, realistically, what can you expect from a rifle like this? So that's kind of what I'm looking toward for this particular project. But definitely let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Really like shooting this. Don't really think I'm going to do anything else with it. I really like the way it's set up. I don't know if I like the scope height off of the rail. It might be a little bit too low. I don't know. Just going to have to get some more shooting with it and just kind of see how I like it. But the PRS light stock, it's really good for adjustability, so you can get really good cheek weld and eye relief. So I do like that. The Schmid 2-stage on the trigger, as far as a budget 2-stage match trigger goes, you're not going to do any better for the money spent. But appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Help me get to 30,000 subs this year. It would be greatly appreciated. Growth on the channel has kind of stalled a little bit, but definitely could not do all this without you all, and appreciate you all watching. As always, shoot straight. Later.